All right, let's look at SPY on the monthly chart. So we've talked for the last few months about how we've just really stayed in this range, and that when we did get the breakout, this wick fill was my first target, and we finally tapped that on Friday. Such a nice drop that we've been waiting on forever. Now, from here, what I'm looking at is we have a really strong support right through here at about 600. We do have this lower trend line, and that's all the way down at 525. Not saying we're going to hit that. Obviously, we can have the similar look right through here, get a nice big candle, and then next month drop, test that trend line and bounce. But for right now, this was target number one. I think we get a relief bounce first, but this would be target number two at about that 600 area. Looking at the weekly, you can see we were just in this range forever stuck, and how beautiful we finally got that nice drop. So on the weekly chart, what I'm going to be looking for this week is if we do get a pullback, to make sure that we hold under this 672 area so that we stay in this same overall downtrend. Looking at the daily, we've just been talking about this descending channel for not too long, the last few days really. We have tested this trend line now 3 times, so beautiful, beautiful drops. But what I want to kind of point out when Heather says, you know, it's never going to be a straight line, this is really what she's talking about, and I want to give you a good visual on what that looks like. So even though we're on this downtrend, you can see we've come down. What do? We pop back up. We test the upper trend line, we head back down. We test the upper trend line, we head back down. So we're constantly making this downward movement, but in the midst of those downward movement, we're gonna have these pullbacks. We need a relief bounce. A lot of times we might get these, 3 consecutive days, beautiful move to the downside, but we have to have, at some times, we need to get those pullbacks before we can see some continuation. So with this descending channel, I'm looking at 667 as the target. If we do get that push, we could go as far as 67. Doesn't mean that's where we're going to go exactly. But just like Friday, this was my target right here on that trend line, and we went right to it. We tapped it, and now I'm looking for that relief bounce. Let's just see over the next week where we go from here. We could just get a small relief bounce, and then we head back down. We could tap the trend line. So just be patient while the market's finding direction, especially after a big move like this. It might be choppy on Monday while it figures out direction, and we might get direction Tuesday and later. So you just be patient, wait to see what happens. We could come down and test this lower trend line again and then bounce. So we wait to see what the market gives us. Could be choppy leading into it, but a lot of times we do get a nice relief bounce after a big move.